Hey folks, got a GTI here, Volkswagen. This is a 2015. It's going to need rear brakes, rear brake pads, and rotors. All right. So I'll tell you the problems I'm going to run into as we go along. All right. Take the wheel off, of course. This is a T30. Okay. Torx, you take that off. Put that off to the side. In the back here, 2 bolts, 14 millimeter. Okay, 1 and 2. It'll take the caliper off. Once you take the caliper off, just put it off to the side a little bit, because that's the least of your problems. The problem is this bracket here. This bracket is held in the back by 2 bolts. One here and one down there. This one's easy to get to because you got all this room. Okay. This one you can't get to unless you have the proper tool, because it hits this controller right here. So I'm going to show you. That is a triple square. It's the one with the 12 points. It is a 14 millimeter triple square. Okay, that's what they call it. Right? It's got all these little points in there. The problem is that it doesn't fit lengthwise because it hits that control arm. Okay, so when you put it in the hole over here, it'll fit in the bolt, but there's no way you can get a wrench in there, or a ratchet, or a breaker bar. Okay, this happens to be a, see this? Can't even put your finger in there. This happens to be a 1/2" drive. So I'm going to show you what I had to do, if you didn't peek already. All right, now if you look over here, here's your 1/2" drive. It's no thinner than a breaker bar. Okay, so unless you have a thin 1/2" drive, this socket's not going to work. This socket I got from AutoZone. OEM makes it. Comes in a little tiny set. Unfortunately, the 14 millimeter is 1/2" drive, and it doesn't fit. Like I said, it hits that bar right there. Okay, so I don't have the length. So what I did was I put this in a vise. I knocked just the piece off itself, this here. So what I did was I'm going to put this like this into the bolt. Okay, and I got a 14 millimeter socket with a 3/8 breaker bar, and I'm going to snap it open like that. After that, I'm going to go into a 14 millimeter ratcheting wrench, spin the rest of the bolt off. Now, of course, you know, you guys professionally would probably have your proper tools, and you have no problem with that. You know what I mean? Leave it to Volkswagen to put that in such a bad spot. But listen, this is what I used last time I worked on a Volkswagen. I had to buy the triple squares, so I bought this little tiny set, and I just knocked this piece out, put it in a vise. This thing does not come out nicely. Okay, put this in a vise, punched it right through the hole there. This comes popping right out. And I'm going to take this, put it in there like that. Take your breaker bar, put the 14 millimeter, and that's the way I'm going to have to break this bolt. All right. So yeah, so that's the trick to that. And once you get that off, then this should come off. The rotor should come off. And then we'll continue with that. And then we're going to push the little piston back in with the caliper tool. All right, because the parking brakes is mechanical over here. So most likely that piston has to twist all the way in. All right. So I'm going to take that bolt off right now, take the caliper off, and this rotor should come out free. All right. Let's continue. Check this out, very interesting. The brake pads, you can see that one's down to metal. Okay, if you look closely, there's no hardware or little metal shims that go in here to make the brake pads slide like in a normal car. Okay, normal. They're actually on the brake pad itself. So this caliper bracket is just all metal. Interesting, Volkswagen. Interesting. Look at that. There's no little clips here either for the parking brake to grab onto. Look at that. Got the Audi marks in there. Volkswagen Audi, all the same. All right. So the rotor, just give a little whack with a hammer, and it should come out. Voila. Put that off to the side. All right. Let's clean the surface off over here. Clean off the bracket. Take those pads off, and we'll off to get the tool to push this caliper piston in. All right, little bolts. Look how long they are. See what even come out of there? Yeah, it'll come out without the hex. There you go. Pretty long bolts, people. All right, I'm gonna put my tool back in there. A triple square, so I know that goes back in that way. No problemos. All right, let's move on. All right, folks. So now it's time to push the caliper in. So I got this set from Summit many years ago. Comes with all these adapters. You could buy this universal block. I've had in my glove box also. Doesn't fit. There's none of these tabs here that are wide enough to fit, because this here is pretty wide. All right, so it has to fit that caliper perfectly. Some guy playing music in his car. Okay. All right, I'm gonna set you up here. You guys know how this works. Pick your adapter. Okay. Place it on here. This is the one that fits in the 2 slots. Put this in here. This thing goes up and over. I kind of like put this caliper up on this spindle here, or this knuckle, so I can get a hold on it. All right, so here I'm gonna line up this slot, the bottom slot, be nice and tight. Turn this. So this is a 7/8 nut. So as you turn this, it's gonna push the caliper in. Turn the outside piece, and that's going to turn the piston itself. All right, so we're going to see if we could do this without anybody getting anybody's way. Okay, let me see if I can do this here. Good night there. All right, let's try it. I'm going to hold this here, and then spin this piece here, the center. The idea is to spin that caliper piston all the way in. It's hard for you guys to see. How about this way? Let's see, trying to turn that piston in at the same time. There you go. Get a little run there. I'll just tighten up this nut a little bit to give me some. Just hold it against that piston, because otherwise that was going to happen. It's going to pop right up. All right, let's set you back up again. All right. I think you guys get the basic idea. Okay. It was all about turning it in and pushing that caliper in. All right, to my hand like this. As you go in, what's going to happen is that this little rubber boot over here, okay, this little rubber boot over here is going to start to collapse. This piston was all the way out. Explains why there was no material on the brake pad itself. But as you can tell, it's moving in. slowly but surely. All right, so I'm not going to drag this out for you so you guys know exactly what's got to happen. Okay. It's going slowly, but it'll go. All right, just like I said, just hold it here, brace yourself, and we'll come back when it's all the way in. All right, so there you have it. Piston is all the way in. Okay, doesn't go anymore. It's tight. Now just back it up a little bit. No, you know, keep the piston all the way in. I'm gonna back up this nut a little bit. There you go. That will release the tool. Out comes the piston. All right, that's it. Double check to make sure that the boot is folded all the way in. Okay, got a little air gap in there. I usually put a little lubricant here, a little lubricant here on this side, and on the face of the caliper piston, so it touches the brake pads. All right, so let's put the rotors on. This is why I brushed already. Caliper bracket, where is she? Right here. Cleaned it up. Why I brushed that. That's ready to go. Double check the sliders to make sure these go in and out with no problems, and they do. All right, let's put her back together. All right, here we are. We put the rotor on with the T30 screw. This is that set that I told you, OEM tools. Got it from AutoZone. There's the part number 25953. Triple square. Got a bunch of sizes in here. See that? All right. 1/4 inch, 3/8, 1/2 inch. All right. That's the old brake pad. See, it's down to the metal. There's nothing left on that one. All right. A little bit left here. All right. Put the brake pads on the caliper bracket already. It's pretty good. I like the way this is designed with these little shims or these hardware to make it glide. That way there's nothing clipped onto the bracket like other cars that we see. All right, time to put those triple square screws back in, put the bracket back in. We'll continue from there. All right, so this is going to go back in there like that. 2 screws in the back. Use a little setup that I have, the Fugazi setup. We'll tighten it all up. All right, so let's do it. Yeah, sometimes the hardest part is catching those bolts in the back. All right, so I put the pads on the bracket so it'll be easy to do. Left a little gap there so that the rotor can fit right over it. And I'm going to peek ahead in there and look for the bolt. They should go back in just as easy as it came out. Okay, if they're not, that means you got to cross thread it. Long bolts, people, long bolts. There you go. That's one. That's the one on the bottom. Careful with the ABS wire that you have here. Alright. That's good. Hand tight. Now to tighten it up. So I'm going to do it. I don't have the torque spec for it, but then I don't have the proper tool for it. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to make it as tight as possible. The old joke was the old German specs. Good and tight. I'm going to make it good and tight. Okay? So this is the Fugazi setup that I have. All right. And then I use my little 3/8 breaker bar. All right, so let's do that. Then we'll come back. All right, here we go. Time to put the caliper back on. Get your 14mm bolts. I use my lubricant here. Slide glide. Put it on the caliper piston, and then I put it on the 2 ears. carry it over. I'm going to squeeze the brake pads in. This slides right over. Ta-da. Got one bolt on the top. That'll hold it in place. I'll put this one on the bottom. Go around the camera here for you guys. Okay. If you need to hold this nut on the inside, it's an 18. Okay, but the only thing with that is it's a thin one. So unless you have a thin 18, or you can grind one of your wrenches, or you could buy the thin wrenches. It's probably made specifically just for this reason. Otherwise, needle nose vice grips holds it pretty good. Right? It'll fit right in there just to support it. Sorry folks, it's 13. It's a 13, not a 14. But it'll lock up once that nut grabs that caliper. So you don't have to hold it. It's basically just taking it off is when the problem is. Right now you can see it spinning. So I'm just gonna hold it a little bit. Da-da-da. Working around the camera, that's why. Once the nut contacts the caliper, the back nut, I meant the slider, it'll hold it in place. There it is. All right, so I'm gonna make this nice and tight. And that's it, check the operation. It should slide. Okay, sliding caliper, and you're good to go. All right, people that grease their brake pads, they slather the whole thing with grease. I don't understand that. Because the contact points is just the round part where the piston is and the two ears. No sense putting grease over here because it's just going to attract dirt. All right, that's it, folks. We are done. Time to do the other side. All right. Hope you have fun following me and making that fugazi little setup that I made with the tools. All right. 14mm triple square. Thanks for watching, folks.